How often you talk to yourself in a negative way?
The brain is a computer, most powerful computer that humans have ever experienced.
I'm so dumb. I'm ugly. I have no friends.
Because you have the power to break out of the negative cycles that you experience.
The way we talk to ourselves can either bring energy to our lives,
How much of your energy are you giving away every day?
energy that fools us, energy that keeps us moving. And it begins when we're young. Our reactions come from what we see, what we hear, what we experience. These reactions are rooted in our inner child.
Give yourself permission to go back to that day and feel your emotions.
We all have an inner child, which bears a large part of this present-day burden. A little girl sees her dad cheating, while her mom tells her,
Be independent. Be self-sufficient. You don't need anyone. You'll be fine. You got this.
as she grows up, she works hard, builds a career, becomes independent, but also becomes someone who is afraid of getting hurt. Childhood trauma often affects how we face reality, how we communicate with ourselves, and even how we make decisions. It's like falling into a dark tunnel, feeling alone and lonely. And the strongest of us keep up in order to break the negative self-talk. We take long walks, long processes, we read self-help books, we meditate to move forward in the dark tunnel, looking for hope.
Because of your inner child wounds, you lock away part of your authentic self that you want to protect. While this is for good reason, it is more beneficial for you to give yourself permission to heal.
Self-hypnosis is considered one of the best ways to help people who are living with anxiety, depression, PTSD, and similar things.
It's a part of living anyway. We can't avoid it even if we'd like to.
It's a method like you talk to your brain to help you feel calm, feel better.
It's like looking at something through a telephoto lens. You're eliminating the surround.
James Braid, a Scottish surgeon who was a pioneer investigator of hypnosis. His fascination with hypnosis began in the early 19th century, a time when mesmerism was widely practiced to induce a trance-like state in patients to alleviate their symptoms.
That's Mr. Slater giving a demonstration of hypnotism in London. While under the spell, so to speak, the airman had been made to believe that he could hypnotize himself afterwards.
Braid was skeptical of the mystical explanation surrounding mesmerism. He began conducting his own experiments to understand it, with a scientific approach. Turns out, this phenomenon was not the result of some mystical force, but rather a natural physiological process.
Imagine that sheet of paper represents everything the brain can do. How much do you think is conscious and how much do you think is unconscious?
Every person develops their own unique wall between their conscious mind and their unconscious mind.
What is in your awareness is conscious. What is not in your awareness is unconscious. Awareness has become a small thing simply because it's lost in these two heaps. The heap of food that you gathered as body and the heap of impressions that you gathered as mind, especially the heap of impressions.
Conscious mind wants us to stay in control in order to protect ourselves, but they very likely keeps positive potential away more than it keeps problems at bay. This is the conflict between the conscious and the unconscious mind, between the energy that has become manifest and the energy that wants to manifest.
So the brain has this amazing ability to control what's going on in the body in ways that we don't think we have ability to control.
So self-hypnosis here helps to remove the wall and builds a bridge connecting the conscious mind with the unconscious mind. And then the door of your inner child opens up. You start to listen to your inner wisdom, learning to deal with all sides of oneself, and you're organizing the way you experience yourself and situation.
It's a matter of thinking about a problem in a way that leaves you feeling you understand it better, you're in more control, you can turn it off when you want, you can turn it on when you want.
If these two things are done together, properly, sensibly, then you will see more of yourself than ever before.
To understand human consciousness, we can look at different brainwave patterns. These brainwaves relate to different states of mind, and each state has its own characteristic and affects how we feel and how we think. And theta is the best state for hypnosis.
So every night when you go to bed, there's a period just after you close your eyes and you're essentially disconnected for a moment, your brain is operating in theta. Well, theta is hypnosis.
So basically, hypnosis is pretty simple. It's all about focus. Get comfortable, find the right spot, visualize, and relax.
Hypnosis, visualization.
While hypnotherapy might not work for some people, approximately 2/3 of adults in the general population are believed to have some level of susceptibility to hypnosis, while 15% are considered highly susceptible.
There's a high degree of success. So, people will vary depending on how hypnotizable they are and how regular they are about the practice.
Using MRI, researchers found out that people who were easily hypnotized had a much bigger rostrum compared to those who weren't. The rostrum here acts like a connection between the prefrontal cortices.
So when you're engaging in tasks, you're enacting a plan, you're writing a paper, you're doing whatever you're doing, that's the prefrontal cortex is doing that.
A lot of research papers have been supporting the benefit of hypnotherapy, and it's still growing. Some studies show promising results or may be helpful in conclusions. So, is hypnosis real? Probably.